Welcome to the Morning Download Podcast, your go-to resource for personal finance, economics, and market insights. In just 8 minutes a day, we provide valuable information to help you make better money decisions. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at https://www.morningdownload.com. Subscribe. Let's dive right in. In today's episode, we'll cover the successful day for investors with rising stocks and increased confidence, the Biden administration's efforts to address junk fees in retirement accounts, positive earnings from Apple, Shopify, and Shell, as well as other business updates, the surging price of Solana and its potential impact on Ethereum, the opportunities and considerations in the growing crowdfunding industry, and Sir John Templeton's warning against the belief that the current investing situation is unique or different.
Hey there, investors. Can I just say, we had a seriously fantastic day yesterday. I mean, stocks were going higher and higher, and let me tell you, investors were just oozing with confidence. It was a sight to behold. Now here's a mind-blowing fun fact for you. Apple, yes, that little old company, has a market capitalization of a whopping $77 trillion. Can you even wrap your head around that? Trust me, it's mind-boggling. But you know what's even crazier? That number is actually bigger than the gross domestic product of countries like Switzerland and Sweden. I mean, we're talking about some serious financial dominance here. It's like Apple has become this giant economic force that's flexing its muscles on a global scale. You can't help but be impressed by the sheer magnitude of their market value. Did you catch the latest news on the economy? The Biden administration is taking action against those sneaky junk fees that can eat away at your retirement savings. These fees are those hidden or misleading charges that increase the overall cost of goods and services. Not cool, right? To tackle this issue, the U.S. Department of Labor is planning to implement stricter rules for financial advisors, brokers, and insurance agents who provide investment advice to Americans saving for retirement. They want to close any loopholes that may allow advisors to recommend investments that aren't really in your best interest, but would earn them a higher commission. However, these new rules only apply to long-term relationships and not one-time recommendations. The proposed law focuses on 3 key areas: rollovers from 401k plans to IRAs, non-securities products like indexed annuities, and recommendations made to employers on which investment funds to offer in 401k plans. It's all about protecting investors and ensuring that investment advice is given with their best interests in mind. But hold on, this isn't a done deal yet. The public still has a chance to submit comments on the proposal. And fun fact, this isn't the first time the government has tried something like this. The Obama administration had a go, but it didn't quite make it through. In other news around the globe, India's economy seems to be heading in the right direction, but rising unemployment is becoming a concern. The country's unemployment rate has reached a more than 2-year high at 10.05%. Yikes. Meanwhile, China is experiencing a drop in foreign direct investment due to geopolitical tensions and companies like Mitsubishi and Apple scaling back their production in the country. It's definitely a challenging time for them. And over in Europe, the economy is facing some tough times. In the third quarter, GDP contracted by 1%, bringing the region on the brink of a recession. Let's hope they find a way to turn things around. Stocks have been making quite the splash lately, especially when it comes to earnings reports. Some big names like Apple, Shopify, and Shell are really riding the wave of success. Take Shell, for instance. They recently announced a whopping USD 6.2 billion profit for the third quarter and even pledged to buy back USD 3.5 billion in shares. Now that's something to celebrate. And let's not forget about Starbucks. This coffee giant not only impressed with a positive earnings report, but they also have plans to target young, wealthy customers as a way to weather any potential recession. Smart move, Starbucks. But the real standout here is Shopify. Their shares surged over 20% thanks to an earnings beat and some optimistic guidance for the rest of the year. It wouldn't be surprising if they start receiving some upgrades soon. Keep an eye on that one. And of course, we can't talk about stocks without mentioning Apple. Their earnings topped the charts, with iPhone sales reaching a September quarter record. Not only that, but their services revenue surpassed a remarkable $22 billion for the first time. Apple is definitely on a winning streak. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, though. Moderna, the pharmaceutical company, posted a quarterly loss due to a USD 1.3 billion write-down on unused COVID shots. Every company has its ups and downs after all. Oh, and before we wrap up, don't forget to check out the news about Uber and Lyft. They've agreed to pay a massive $328 million to settle wage theft allegations in New York State. It's always good to see companies taking responsibility for their actions. So, have you been keeping up with the latest crypto news? Well, Solana, also known as SOL, has been making some serious moves lately. In fact, its token price has skyrocketed by almost 35% in just 1 week, reaching an impressive USD 42.41. And get this, the year-to-date gains for Solana have surpassed a whopping 322%. That's quite the milestone. Now, what's causing all this excitement? Well, it turns out that the ongoing Solana Breakpoint conference in Amsterdam is creating quite the buzz. This event is bringing together influential figures from the Solana community, sparking the imagination of enthusiasts and generating a lot of optimism about the future of Solana. But that's not all. According to Vanek, there's even more potential in store for Solana. They suggest that by the end of this decade, Solana could outpace Ethereum, ETH. That's a bold statement. However, we need to approach this with caution. Some experts are expressing concerns about a potential crash on the horizon. One of them is Arthur, who happens to be the co-founder of crypto exchange BitMEX and the chief investment officer at Maelstrom Fund. Despite being invested in Solana, he openly admits that he isn't completely confident about its future. So while Solana's recent surge is certainly impressive, it's important to keep an eye on expert opinions and market trends to get the full picture. Crowdfunding isn't just a way to gather money. It can also be a smart investment strategy. Let's take a look at the various ways investors can make money through crowdfunding. First up, we have equity crowdfunding. This involves purchasing ownership or equity in a company. By betting on the right company, you can make money when it grows in the future or gets acquired by a larger company. You'll often have the option to sell your shares or receive dividends, which can be a profitable opportunity. Next, we have debt crowdfunding. This entails providing loans to individuals or businesses. Investors make money through the interest paid on these loans, which often come with a fixed interest rate. While this method can be risky, as you might not get your money back, the interest rate is usually higher than what traditional banks offer. Real estate crowdfunding is another avenue. Here, investors pool their money to invest in real estate properties. Investors can make money through rental income, property appreciation, and even loan interest. It's like participating in an ETF, where you collaborate with others to buy properties and profit in multiple ways. Lastly, there's rewards crowdfunding. Investors in this category typically receive a product or service in exchange for their investment. While the rewards may not always have monetary value, they can still be beneficial. For example, you might get a chance to attend a special event or even receive a new product for free. To start investing in crowdfunding, look for platforms like Kickstarter, Seed Invest, Rocket Hub, Start Engine, and GoFundMe. Sign up for an account, browse through available projects, and take your time to invest in something you truly believe in. Remember, crowdfunding can be a rewarding way for investors to make money, but it's important to carefully evaluate each opportunity before investing. We all know that investing can be quite challenging, right? Well, Sir John Templeton, a legendary investor, had quite an interesting observation on this topic. He once said, "The four most dangerous words in investing are, 'This time it's different.'" And let me tell you, he couldn't be more right. Templeton's wisdom reminds us that no matter how enticing and promising the current situation may be, we should always approach investing with caution and skepticism. Blindly assuming that things have changed can lead to poor financial decisions and unnecessary risks. Happy investing, my friends.
In today's episode, we saw stocks rise and confidence increase, Apple's market cap surpassing country's GDP, the Biden administration tackling junk fees in retirement accounts, positive earnings reports from Apple, Shopify, and Shell, Solana's surge and potential to overtake Ethereum, the growing opportunities in crowdfunding, and Sir John Templeton's reminder about the dangers of thinking the current investing situation is unique or different. Thanks for tuning in to the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content and sign up for our free newsletter at Morning Download. Subscribe.